Good morning, students. How are you all? I hope you are happy and fine at home. Yes, beta, today we will start a new lesson, plants living and surviving. Yes, in this lesson we know about different type of plants and where they lives. As we know, different plants and animals live in different places, or we can say they survive in different areas. Uh, or we can say that they are having different habitats to survive. Habitat means the place or environment where a plant or animal naturally or normally live and grows. ऐसी जगह जहाँ पे कोई plant or animal means they are having perfect feature to live on that type of area or that type of environment. As desert plants have different from hilly plants, because desert plants have different features means they are having features to survive in desert area, and hilly plants are having different features, so they will survive in hills. If we interchanges the plants, hilly area wale plants ko if we grow in desert area, so it will not survive. And if desert plants we will grow it in the hilly areas in cold places, so they will not survive there. So everyone is having, plants are having and animals, we can say both plants and animals are having different features to live in different places. And there are two kinds of plant. Number one is terrestrial plant and second is aquatic plants. Terrestrial plants are those plants which grow in land, on lands, which grow on lands. And different types of terrestrial plants depend on the conditions they grow in. Means terrestrial means land. Land maybe it is hill, maybe it is desert, maybe it is a marshy area, near coastal areas, means it is a land, but places are different, and the plants are having different features to live, to grow in these type of areas, these type of land areas. So terrestrial plants are having different conditions to grow in. First of all, we will see in the hills. In the hills, in hilly areas, plants have different features to survive both the cold and the snowfall. Means they will survive accordingly. These plants have cones instead of flowers. Means they are not having flowers, only cones are found in hilly areas, and cone instead of flowers, cones are found, and the seed are also found in these cones, and therefore these plants are called conifers, because they are having cones and they are not having flowers. And they are also having needle like rough leaves in on them, because leaves are not present, flat leaves are not present on it, so they are having needle like leaves uh, because to prevent them for excess of evaporation. So if we can say if flat leaves are there on the in the hilly areas plants, so what will happen, the snow after the snowfall, the snow will stick on the leaf and it damage the leaf. So therefore they are having these type of plants are having needle, they have needle like leaves, so the snow fall down from crowns. These plants have sloping crown shape, so the snow slip easily. As we know that roofs of houses in hilly regions have sloping roofs. Why it is having so sloping roof? Because when the sunlight comes, the snow slip, or we can say fall down on the ground. So trees are also which are found in hilly region, they are also having means cones and crown like structure on them. Example are pine, fir, these type of trees are found in hilly areas. See the example. And these trees are having needle like leaves, so that the snow will fall down. And these type of trees are pine trees, fir trees, and many others, and they are having crown, means conical shape of crown, because of conical shape, the slope the snow will slip down easily from the tree. Now next is in the plains. We live in the plain areas, so which trees are found near our area? Mango trees, banyan trees, neem trees, etc. are found near us. So these type of trees have thick crowns with many branches and leaves, means they are having flat leaves, and these type of plants survive in heat, and they give shade to animals, we can say shelter to animals, birds, and many animals and birds live in their thick trunk. They will make their houses, the birds make their nests on the trees, in the branches of trees, and many other squirrel and other animals, so many animals, they live on these trees. And these type of trees get we also get fresh air from these trees in summer. So these type of trees are these type of trees have leaves full of leaf, means branches of are filled with leaves, so the animals and birds protect in these leaves, and we also get shelter from them in summers. But in winters, these type of trees shed their leaves to protect themselves from the cold, means they are having quality to shed their leaves in winters. Afterward, whenever the summer came, means new green leaves comes again on these trees. So these trees are also called deciduous trees, because these type of trees shed their leaves in winter to protect themselves. means they are having quality to shed their leaves in winter, and in summer they are full of leaves, and many animals, birds, and other animals live and survive in these trees. Means these trees protect them from hot weather in summer, but in winters these type of leaves shed their leaves, so these are called deciduous trees. So next type of trees are in hot or damp areas. In hot or damp areas, the coconut and rubber trees are found. These trees are found near seashore, and they do not shed their leaves in winter and in summer also. Means they are having these type of tree have leaves full of year. Means they are filled with leaf whole year, so these type of plants are called evergreen trees. Coconut and rubber are the example of these trees. And you know how the rubber plant, we get rubber from rubber plant. Yes, we get rubber from the milk of rubber tree. People who collect the milk of a rubber plant, they will cut or make hole on the trunk of rubber tree and collect the milk in the buckets. Means they collect the milk in the bucket and then send to the factories. Now these days factories are doing all the work. Means machines are there to make rubber, and then we use that rubber which is prepared from the milk of rubber tree, and in the factories like tube, eraser, rubber bands, so many things we use, means rubber things we use, and we get that rubber from rubber plant, milk of rubber plant. And the hot and damp area, the trees are found, and that type of trees are called evergreen trees. These type of trees found near seashore. They are generally grown near the seashore, and they can't shed their leaves for whole year, so they are called evergreen trees. Yes, next type of terrestrial plant is grown in desert area. Yes, in desert area, these plants which are found in desert area are having a special feature to survive in hot and dry climate. They have adapted to save water. As we know that cactus is a desert plant, the root of desert plants quickly soaked up the water and spread their leaves deep inside the earth in search of water. Because there are less water in the desert soil, so the roots of desert plants move inside, deep inside, means in search of water. They will move inside, so deeper and deeper in search of water, and so they are having strong bonding inside the earth. Means that roots are bind with soil with strong bonding, because they are having they spread deep inside the soil. In cactus tree, we know the cactus is an example of desert plant. In cactus, we found spine instead of flat leaves. Spines means kantedar, means spines are there, uh, and these spines protect them from animals also. Means animal can't eat them easily because of these spines. So these spines also protect them from animals, and they also help for limited evaporation, or we can say a less evaporation or loss of water, because if they are having flat leaves, so they are the flat leaf have a stomata, and the evaporation get faster in flat leaves. But in spines, because they are not having stomatas, so evaporation uh, the means is lesser in these type of plants. And stem of cactus prepare food for it, because it is green in color, means we can say chlorophyll is present in the stem of cactus, and the process of photosynthesis take place in cactus. And the storage of we can say that the stem also store water in means in cactus trees. So it is also having waxy coating, means outside of cactus tree, and they are having waxy coating, so that the evaporation get very slow. Because of waxy coating, the stem does not allow the water to evaporate. And in these type of plant, means in desert plant, because roots are so deep, found so deep inside the soil, and they suck the water, and the water collect in the stem, and the preparation of food is also going in the stem in cactus tree, because they are not having leaves, and they are having spines instead of leaves. And this is the quality of desert plant, we can say, because they are not having flat leaf. Because if they are having flat leaf, so evaporation get faster, and if evaporation get faster, then the how can the plant survive easily in desert area? Because there is so less rain, and the roots can't get water easily. And how can the plant prepare their food without water, and how can they survive in the desert area if they are having flat leaves? So it is the we can say it is the habitat of desert plants. They are having features to live in that area, so that they can grow easily and survive in that type of area. And these spines, because these desert trees are have bushy trees, mainly desert plants are bushy plants, so they are having spine. Otherwise the animals come and eat them, but they are having spines, so animals also not eat them easily, so they will survive in that type of environment. Yes, next type of terrestrial plant is grown in marshy areas. These type of plants found near coastal areas, or we can say their environment is coastal environment, because these areas are flooded with water and have clay soil, means because of clay soil and these type of these areas are filled with water, means flooded area, always the soil is covered with water. So the air cannot supply in the roots of these type of trees. So these type of plants have special roots which comes out and these roots are called breathing roots. Means these marshy plants, the trees found in marshy areas are having uh, because they grown in clay soil and flooded area. So air cannot go inside the roots. So for the for these for taken off air, they will what they will go do means the roots comes outside from soil to survive, means to take air, means intake the air. And these type of trees that grown in uh, uh, marshy areas are known as mangrove trees. And because they are having special type of roots which comes out from soil, means we can see roots of these plants hanging on the branches. So these roots are called breathing roots because these roots intake the air for the plants, so that the plant, means air means carbon dioxide, so that the marshy plants grow easily in their places. So means see the coastal environment plants are having this type of features to survive themselves. If we take these plants in desert area or in plain areas, they will not survive there because they are having features to live in clay soil, mean to survive in clay soil or in flooded areas. So their breathing roots come out and the plant will survive in this type of environment. So these type of plants are called mangrove plants. Yes, as it is sufficient for today, so now we will repeat all these. In marshy areas, trees are called mangrove trees, and they survive in flooded areas and clay soil. And other in hilly areas, the trees are called conifers because they are having cones instead of flowers. So these type of trees in hilly areas, trees are having needle like rough leaves to survive in snowy and cold weather. Means if they will survive in that type of cold weather in hilly areas, so they are having cones instead of leaves, and they are called conifers. And in plain areas, the trees are called deciduous trees because these type of trees have uh, these type of trees shed their leaves in winter, and the branches are filled with leaves in the summer season. And they also protect the animals, because the shed of animals shed of trees help animals to survive in hot weather. And and so they are called deciduous tree in plain areas. In hot and damp areas, The trees do not shed their leaves for whole year, means they are filled with leaves, and so these type of trees are called evergreen trees. Rubber and coconut are the example of these evergreen trees, means these type of trees do not shed their leaf for whole year. They are evergreen trees. And in desert, we know the plants are having special features to survive in desert areas. They are not having flat leaves, they are having spines instead of leaves, and the food is prepared in the stem because water stored in the stem, and chlorophyll means green color because of green color of stem, means chlorophyll is also present in stem. So these type of trees, means cactus trees, prepare their food in the stem, means we can say the process of photosynthesis take place in its green stem because chlorophyll is present, water is present, and the air, means air is also present in these type of trees. And marshy trees, we know these trees are called mangrove trees, and these type of trees found near coastal areas, and because they are having quality to survive in coastal areas, means flooded and clay soil, so they are having breathing roots, which we can see easily because roots comes out from the soil to take in air, to intake the air, and that these roots are called breathing root, and these type of plants are called mangrove plants. So students, in this lesson we know that different type of plants are having different features to survive in their habitat, means they are having as we know desert plants are having different features, marshy area plants are having different features, hilly areas plant and plain areas plant, or hot and damp areas, these are all terrestrial area, means terrestrial means on the land. The plant that grow on land are called terrestrial plants, and the which terrestrial means land, and land is also different type, hills, in desert, in marshy area, in plains, and in hot and damp places. So these are terrestrial plants which we know about that. Now in next session we will go for aquatic plants. What are the features of aquatic plants? Now we know that habitat means main thing is habitat. Habitat is the place or environment where a plant or animal naturally or normally lives and grow, means they are having features, mean perfect features to live in that type of area, to live in, survive themselves in that type of areas. So beta, it is sufficient for today. We know you have to know the examples of plain area trees, marshy area trees, what we call the marshy area trees, mangrove trees, desert plants. We know the example of desert plant, we know the example of hilly plants, we know the example of hot and damp areas. So we you have to revise all these qualities of plant, we can say features of plant, so we can know that how differently in different places all plants are survive differently, means they are having different features, different qualities to live in their habitat. Yes, it is sufficient. Tomorrow next time we will continue from aquatic plants.